Hey, well, it's late Wednesday, but I didn't want to skip Worship Wednesday. I was with a group of ladies Bible study in Houston that have met for over 25 years, and we just did a kind of a hymn sing, and I decided to do Old Rugged Cross, and I wanted to tell you a couple of stories about it before I do it. I was in Turkey and ended up in Ankara with the U.S. Air Force chaplain, and he was going to do some remote ministry, and I said, take me with you. And so I wasn't exactly dressed for the day. I mean, like I had on khaki pants and a blue blazer and navy blue blazer and stuff. And so where we were going was a seismic site that measures the seismic activity really all over the world. And one of their pieces of equipment was broken, and so we went first to the office kind of area, and then four-wheel drived up to the site way up in the mountains. And there were about five or six, I can't remember, who were working on the deal. And there was a guy who actually was temporary duty from Spain. He wasn't even permanently attached there, but he was on a temporary duty. Red hair, I remember that, and he had a hard hat on. And his body language was, I am not going to engage in this. I mean, who's going to expect this blonde-haired, blue-eyed person ending up on their mountain with a guitar, And so I'm like trying to do Heal the Machine kind of happy clappy songs. And I was just, I just having a dialogue with God. Okay, what should I sing? What should I sing? And I'm thinking to myself, on a hill far away, because I was on a hill way far away. So I started singing that, and I looked, and this red-headed guy was sitting down. He'd taken his hard hat off, and he just had his head in his hands, just weeping, because he was reminded of a faith that he'd walked away from. I was in Korea, and it was a place where the tanks are practicing, and it's pretty intense stuff there, and there's a snack bar on that range, and so these guys were watching Operation Dumbo Drop they didn't have DVDs then, on the VCR, on the television, and the chaplain had arranged for me to do a religious service. And so they asked the guys to turn the TV off. Well, there was this one guy in the corner who he was mad. He wanted to watch that movie. He was smoking a cigarette, and he was over there just pouting. And so I was singing different songs, and then I, again, am reminded on a hill far away, because I was on a hill far away, and I started singing this. And he put out his cigarette, he put his head down on the table and began to weep, and several other guys did too. They all came up afterwards to shake my hand, and the guy from the corner, he said, ma'am, I've been running from God for a long time, but that song made me remember, and I'm ready to come back to God. Isn't it funny? I mean, I learned the hymn so long ago, and I think, because you've known them so long, you just kind of sing them, because you know them, and there's not a hard engagement. But I tell you, this is true. This is true. So forgive me for looking down at the words, because I don't know all the verses, but here we go. On a hill far away stood an old rugged cross, the emblem of suffering and shame. And I love that old cross, where the dearest and best for a world of lost sinners was slain. So I'll cherish the old rugged cross till my trophies at last I lay down. I will cling to the old rugged cross and exchange it someday for a crown. Oh, that old rugged cross, so despised by the world, has a one precious attraction for me. For the dear Lamb of God left his glory above to bear it to dark Calvary. So I'll cherish the old rugged cross till my trophies at last I lay down. I will cling to the old rugged cross and exchange it someday for a crown. In that old rugged cross, stained with blood so divine, a wondrous beauty I see. For 'twas on that old cross Jesus suffered and died to pardon and sanctify me. So I'll cherish the old rugged cross till my trophies at last I lay down. I will cling to the old rugged cross and exchange it someday for a crown. To the old rugged cross I will ever be true, its shame and reproach gladly bear. Then he'll call me someday to my home far away, where his glory forever I'll share. So I'll cherish the old rugged cross till my trophies at last I lay down. I will cling to the old rugged cross and exchange it someday for a crown. Cling to that cross this week. Bye-bye. God bless.